Hello, my name is Kailas Bhosle. I am from Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Kopargaon. In this session, we'll study about the design of the machine tool gearbox. So for this unit, we have referred this book like N.K. Mehta. Title is Machine Tool Design and Numerical Control. This is the content of the Savitribai Phule Pune University. Introduction to the machine tool gearboxes. Design and its applications. Basic considerations in design of drives. Determination of variable speed range, graphical representation of the speed and structure diagram, ray diagram, selection of the optimum ray diagram, gearing diagram and deviation diagram. So in the this is the layout of the machine tool gearbox one. We require the motor, electric motor to drive the gearbox. This gearbox will be helpful to run the machine. So there can be different machines like lathe machine, shaping machine, milling machine and drilling machine. So for all of these machines we require the electric motor and the gearboxes. So what is the need of the gearbox? Normally, for suppose that in the case of lathe machine, we require to perform various operations like uh, turning operation, then face cutting operation, uh, uh, threading operations, knurling operations. These are the operations are there in which we require the various cutting speeds. Cutting speed to perform the various operation we require various cutting speed. So to obtain the various cutting speed we require the gearboxes. So there are two types. One is the single input speed and uh, single output motor speed, and multi speeds are on the spindle shaft. So there can be various application like suppose that we want to transfer the one box from one location to another location by using the belt conveyor. So in that case, suppose that if we do not need we our requirement is that we have to transfer at a single speed, then in that case we can use the arrangement like this one. Motor will be there, gearbox will be there, but we can have the only single output. So there is no need to vary the output speed. But in the case of this lathe machine, we require the multi-speeds will be required. For that purpose, we require the multi-speed gearbox. So this is the example of the lathe machine where we require the multi-speeds. Uh, this is one of the gearbox. This is the top view of the lathe machine. So we can, with the help of this sliding arrangement, so you can observe that this shaft is having the, so on this shaft there are gears are there which by which we can slide the gears from one location to another location. So splines are there, splines are provided on this shaft. So and also we can observe that this shaft, the shaft is a plain shaft, so the whatever the gears will be there, they will be fixed. Whereas the spline shaft, on this one we can slide the gears. So with the help of this lever we can slide the gears to any at the required location. So by this way one shaft will be there, one or two shaft will be there with the spline, and another shaft will be on then the gears will be fixed one. So like this there will be arrangement for of the shaft and gear. So this is the diagram showing that one speed input, one speed output, and in the second one there is only single input and we will get the four different spindle speeds. But why there is a need of the multi speeds are required? So as we have seen that different lathe machine operations need different spindle speeds. Like we can have to go for the champering operation, then face cutting, then threading operation, knurling operation, turning operations. So for them they require the different spindle speeds, and different diameter cuts need different spindle speeds. So if you want to perform the rough turning operation, in that case depth of cut will be higher one and the speed will be lesser one. whereas for performing the very finishing work we keep the depth of cut at a lower side, and the spindle speed will be higher side. So for that purpose, to perform the various operation, we require the multi speeds. So we also know that the speed is inversely proportional to diameter. When the diameter d reduces, it will increase. We have to increase the speed, and various operations required at a specific cutting speeds. So we know that the cutting speed, the formula cutting speed V will be equal to pi d n upon 1000. So d is the diameter of the workpiece, and the spindle speed. So there are two parameters. One is the cutting speed, and second is the spindle speed. So to get the various speeds, we have to follow the various speed regulations. One is the